Good morning, dear ones. How are you today? I hope you had a wonderful weekend, that it was what you needed it to be, restful or exciting, like whatever you need, hibernation or lots of fun, or anything in between. I hope you found it. I'll be honest, I have not always been a fan of Mondays, and it's still probably not my very favorite thing. However, I mentioned on Friday, right, that I had really started to find meaning and purpose in trying to just live intentionally and doing some things and not just showing up like, well, gotta go to work today, okay, now I'm home, gotta, like, it's just so easy to fall into these kind of routines of life, and they're important. I'm not like bagging on the routines of life. I'm just saying that they're not sufficient for our souls, and they're not sufficient to make us feel fulfilled and give us meaning. So I mentioned that at the end of the week I like to just reflect on what I did well, like what am I proud of. I like to do something similar, kind of similar, on Mondays, and that is, I just try to think about, I'm not like a big detailed goal person, so if you are, then maybe you're already doing this and you're probably doing it better. Feel free to adapt this. I'm not a big goal detail person. It doesn't work for me very well, but I do believe in trying and like being conscious and intentional about what I'm doing and who I am being. So at any rate, on Mondays, I just like to ask myself a few questions, and I don't do these questions all the time or in sequence, but who do I want to be, and how can I be that person more fully this week? Is there anyone in my circle who needs perhaps some extra care? In any way, you can define that however you want. Is there someone who I maybe need to, apologize to, or give some extra, attention to our friendship or whatever? And then I also just try to think of what might be fun this week. Like, oh, sorry, the sun's going up. What I might enjoy, and those little things, as silly as they are. And then I do think about like what I need to accomplish at work. I don't want to make it sound like I don't think about that, because I do. I just find that if I take care of the people stuff, the other details just tend to fall into place. Now, that's me. I have a really unique personality type, and so that may not work for everyone. I guess the point is, I think it's important that we always are trying to grow, but at the same time, I also think that it's important to do that in a way that works for you. And, having just a few sort of guideposts, lighthouses that I'm trying to keep track of my position relative to, that's a good way for me to do it. If you're like a big to-do list person, yay, go you. Most of all, though, I guess I just want to make sure that my growth is about me as a person, and that includes all the domains in my life, including professional. I never want my growth to just be about one area of my life, though, like trying to achieve something. But again, that's just me. So trying to think about, how do I grow this week? How do I do good things? How do I get closer to my ideals in a gentle, non-stressful way? So think about that maybe. What are you going to do this week? Who do you want to be more of? How do you want to be? I hope you do well. Like, let me know if you feel like it. I love reading your comments. So I've said this a lot, but to my newer followers, I'm a teacher, so I leave to work early, and then I have lots of after-school activities I lead. So all that to say, I can't always reply I do try to reply eventually, but I can't always reply to comments immediately or in a very timely way, because I'm at work and I'm not supposed to be on my phone, and I do need to give my employer and my students my best work and my best efforts. So I don't always reply right away, but I read them and I love them. So anyway, love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, good week, and I'll talk to you soon. Love, your internet.